Villa Shodhan. Comfort is coolness, it is the airflow, it is the shade. In it, the sun will penetrate at favorable hours and seasons. The roof parasol is detached from the building mass and supported by pilotis to minimize thermal breaks and hence heat gain. In 1951, Surottam, head of Association of Spinners, commissioned the building but sold the plans to Sodhan. The house was conceptualized based on previous works such as Monsoon, Villa, and Dom-ino and Cartas. And this is the characteristic of the Cartas villa. Space and light and order are important. And Piedmont Dream and Ridwell Slaughterhouse can be seen reflected in this building. Brise-soleils is sunsafe in summer and allows low altitude winter sun. The design incorporates local materials and two climate considerations into account. Double-heighted trims, brise-soleils, parasol roof, and indoor spaces were seamlessly connected to nature. Villa is inspired by the forms of vernacular architecture, where applying the modern Purist forms of Corbusier. The ground floor houses a double-height entrance, a hall as well as the mezzanine. Contrast, standing roof, angled bill mass on ground. Asymmetry, rectangles and squares emphasized by brise-soleils. Sun, wind and landscape. These are some of the buildings that inspired Villa Shodhan. It reminisces Villa Savoye, constructed in the 1920s in France by Corbusier. The raw concrete is completed by yellow and red color panels. The 5 points of architecture, pilotis, horizontal windows, free facade ribbons, roof garden, and open floor plan. Located in Ahmedabad's hot, dry climate, it is characterized by merciless tropical sun, heat, dust, and noise. Villa Shodhan's brutalist raw concrete rationalist experiment exemplifies Corbusier's indelible mark, that is an example to all that follows in his footsteps in India or elsewhere. This is one of the prime examples of architectural elements composed to respond to the vertical sunlight protection as well as the need for wind saving at the same time. The villa is inspired by the forms of vernacular architecture and at the same time applies the Purist vocabulary the Corbusier developed in the 1920s. Architect defines it as a contemporary version of the 1950s tropicalized and Indianized of Villa Savoye, and the Sodhan Villa nevertheless retains the brutalist character through the widespread use of raw concrete. In the front is the guard's house. This is the side view, and the windows are also designed almost in the golden ratio. And totally open to the outside, the building is an application of the Dom-ino structure, the plan, and the free facades. Entry. Consisting of the ground and 3 floors, it is characterized by raw concrete structures and walls, a flat umbrella roof, and imposing sunsets on the facades. Vertical circulation is provided by stairs and ramp serving the upper floors, which participates in the architectural story. View of the building and the drainage system on the side facade from the next adjacent compound. This is from the entry. The building is undergoing maintenance at the moment, and it may take quite some time for it to be in its full condition again. The vertical and the horizontal composition and the red colors of the door against the gray setting of the brutalist concrete makes it an interesting composition. It is a rectangular building style that also takes into account about the art and need for different kinds of natural elements that should come into the building. Where being brutalist, it also welcomes the sun, the wind, and nature into its indoors. The garden of Villa Shodhan is filled with tropical plants and trees, and even shrubs, or even birds and other animals. It is an interesting compound. This is the entry, and there's a beautiful concrete. No, it is a brick building with glazing, and it is pretty new. In contrast to the brutalist architecture, the building next to it looks more like Louis Icons design by Ahmedabad. The Sodhan family remains the owner of the villa, which maintains it. Changes were made under the control of Balkrishna Doshi, the Pritzker Prize winner. Well, it's time to go back and go out and mingle in the city's busy life. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. And if you are a stranger, do not venture into these areas. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.